Yeah. So I think Chetana is recording the call. Okay. Even myself, from my side also I'm recording the call. Okay. So yeah, I'll go with basic things. Okay. So we'll discuss the different things in this class. Okay. This is completely an introduction class. Okay. I'm not touching any modules and all those things, and I'm just giving introduction. So what is SAP, ERP, how it come, okay, history of SAP, then what is the difference in SAP compared to other ERP softwares, okay, and what are the modules are there, okay, and what is the SAP R3 architecture, okay. So all these are the some parts I'm going to cover. Okay, I'm not touching even demo and SAP program, training and certification right now today. I won't touch all these things. Okay, just I'll be briefing SAP. So this is the small introduction part. Okay, so SAP, you can just see it's one of the leading enterprise platform right now in almost all the countries are there using SAP, and except some USA. Okay, because the USA they have their own enterprise softwares. Okay, and even in India also. Okay, you can just check with some low grade company or small medium and small scale company, they're using Tally. Okay, and sometimes they're going to use some Oracle or some JD Edward. Okay, so based on their own transactions or their own business transactions, they're going to switch. Okay, but presently SAP is one of the leading the things. Okay, so there are different softwares are there in the market, but SAP is one of the different software apart from all. Okay, as you mentioned, I wanted to earn more. Okay, I wanted to grow I wanted to increase my salary. Everything will be there in SAP. Okay, it can be applicable for medium and large scale enterprises, but not applicable for small scale industries. Okay, because the cost of the SAP software is more. Okay, so they can afford, but usually then it's not applicable for small scale. Okay. Okay, so next, uh, just a minute. Okay, my slide is not moving. Just a minute. Yeah. So this is the very important thing right now. What is a ERP? Okay, any idea about ERP?
I just know it's enterprise resource planning. That's it.
Enterprise resource planning, exactly. Okay, ERP means enterprise resource planning. See, ERP, okay, enterprise. You can take any enterprise, just like a company. Okay, you can take any company. They have a resource. Okay, but they should know how to handle those resources. Okay, so that is the ERP. Okay, and ERP, it can be a one software. Okay, so it can be any software, not only SAP, it can be any software, ERP software. Okay, they can handle the complete organization and the complete resource with a suitable planning or scheduling. Okay, so that is the ERP. Okay, and there are some different examples. There are some different softwares are there in the year, in the present situation. Okay, we have SAP as usual, but apart from SAP, we have Oracle, PeopleSoft, and JD Edward. Okay, and along with even small scale industries are using Tally for billing. Okay, so these are the some different softwares are there in the ERP system, and even you can go to any production company. They will be having their own ERP softwares. Okay, so based on their own or business transactions, they can be available. They can afford SAP. If not, they can go with the whatever the available ERP software is there. They can go with that. Okay, so next is okay. So some consider some PepsiCo as a one of the uh, okay, large enterprises. Okay, so in the PepsiCo, you can see the different divisions are there in PepsiCo. Not only PepsiCo, you can take any company. Okay, any company, there are different divisions. Okay, so out of those divisions, some of them are very important. Okay, so if it is a production, okay, I am not talking about the any IT sectors. Okay, I'm talking about production. Okay, so if I'm talking about production, there are important departments are there. So what are those important departments? Can anybody? Okay, screen in the screen it is available, but let me check. So what are the important departments are available?
One is like the sales department
Mhm,
and the materials department,
mhm,
production department,
mhm,
and HR is one HR departments,
mhm,
quality departments,
mhm,
planning department.
mhm. Okay, so there are different varieties of department. If you take a mechanical industry, so you can n number of, okay, if somebody is handling raw material, somebody is handling finished product, somebody is working on, you know what, manufacturing, somebody is working on quality. Okay, so in a similar way, the first for most important thing is a financial department. Okay, so after the financial department, whatever I am talking about, the procurement, okay, or production, those things will come into a logistics sections. Okay, so we'll talk about the production planning, procurement. Okay, even sales and distribution is also included in logistics sections. Okay, and the next it will comes under, you know, after the logistics, after the production, you have to store in some place, so that is a warehousing. So after that you can, it'll come to a sales and distribution. Okay, but all these departments will be handled by some HR, human resource development team. Okay, or HR team. Okay, so these are the important divisions or important departments will be there in any production industry. Okay, and these important fields will be converting into a different modules. Okay, financial department will call it as a FICO. Okay, FICO module or FI module. Okay, logistics sections we call it as a material management module, we call it as a warehouse module, and then sales and distribution, production planning, project system, plant maintenance, okay, quality management, transportation. Okay, and then in the HR itself you will be having a different HRM, okay, human resource management. Okay, there are different modules are there along, based on these departments. Okay, we'll see what are the different departments. Okay, okay, we'll come to a yeah, we'll come to SAP introduction, Max. Okay, so what is the advantage of this? What is the advantage of ERP software? What is the advantage?
Everything can be clubbed together in one platform over there.
Everything can be clubbed together, exactly. So it can be see, this is done by specific software. Okay, one of the specific software, but everything can be handled, okay, with a one single software. Okay, so as you know, with a one tally, can you able to handle all?
No, I think.
No, right? So it can be managed, it can be a manageable in all the resources with all the, sorry, with all the resources. It may be a what's department with one software. Okay, that is the ERP. Okay, under ERP you will be having a different softwares. Okay, so we'll come to a SAP. Okay, so before going to SAP, okay, so what is this advantage of overcoming with all different ERP softwares, and why I have to go with only SAP? Okay, that we have to discuss. Okay, so anyway, what is the SAP? What is SAP first of all? Anybody?
System application and products.
System application and products. You missed one very important word. It's an expansion form of SAP, of course. System
Data
application
processing.
products in data processing.
Data processing, yeah.
Okay, so that is actually SAP stands for, that is the definition of SAP. Okay, so yeah, it is developed by German's company and it in 1972. Okay, with some IBM engineers. Okay, this is the history of SAP. Okay, so 1972 they have developed. So there will be having a R1, R2, R1 tier means a real-time architecture 1, real-time architecture 2, real-time architecture 3. So they keep on developing. Okay, so first they have introduced in German, okay, in Germany. So that is by ex-IBM engineer in 1972 they have developed. Okay, and before learning about history and before learning about SAP, I must know what is the advantage and what is why I have to opt SAP. That I have to learn. Okay, so the first very important is you can be your company can be your company accuracy is increased. Okay, in terms of informations. Okay, your accuracy and on time shipment if it is a sales and distribution. Okay, and if it is a production planning, you can reduce the cycle time. Okay, and if it is a FICO, if it is a finance, you can handle better way. Okay, you can handle the business in a better way. Okay, so similarly, if it is a customer satisfaction, okay, so there is a different customer satisfaction tool, CRM, customer relation management. Okay, so where in a CRM you will be having a pre-sales activity with will be done in a different SAP cloud platform that I think if you're working in a production industry, you may heard about the C4C. Okay, so one of the different software tool which will be working on cloud, especially for customer. Okay, customer relation management. That's a pre-sale activity will be done in a SAP. Okay, and then yeah, you can increase the flexibility of work. Okay, and you can increase the cost reduction. Okay, if you're handling with a frequently a better accuracy, you can you can decrease the cost, you can decrease the cost. Okay, working production cost. Okay, our quality. Okay, you can increase the quality and you can check with a very good accuracy. Okay, so these are the some very important advantages are there in SAP, but there is a disadvantage that is a obviously it's a money. Okay, it's a costliest software. Okay, presently with all other ERP softwares. Okay, these are the ways some common important parameters we should know in SAP. Okay, so yeah, see, this is a system. So this is the German language. Okay, so that will be converted system, application, products in data processing. Okay, if it is converted into English. Okay, so yeah, first release is R1. R1 is a real-time one architecture, and then R2, okay, which is where mainframe. Okay, so next is a what is a R2? R2 is a real-time architecture with two servers. R1 means a real-time architecture with one server. Okay, what is this two server? What is this one server? What is this three server? Can anybody?
No idea.
No idea. Okay, see,
Maybe the
if
number
it,
of servers
sorry,
they're using,
sorry.
number of like maybe the number of servers, like one will be for the
Mm,
customer, one will be for the
mm.
development part, that kind of thing.
Okay, no, see, if you take a SAP, okay, you will be having a three different layers. Okay, SAP software will be having a three different layers. I think I have an image, just a minute. I don't have an image. So three different layers. Okay, what are those three different layers? One is a presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. Okay, what is a presentation layer? What is the application layer? Uh, I'm not asking in the SAP language. Okay, just a common, computer science language. What is the presentation layer?
Presentation will be like just to show, just to
Show.
showcase.
What is the
Yeah.
application?
Application will be the like real-time use.
What is the database?
Database, like storage part.
Storage part. Okay, so these three are also included in SAP softwares. Okay,
Oh,
so presentation, you may be a end user part. Okay, so whatever T code if you run VK, VA01 or MM01 if you run, so it will be applicable MM01 screen completely visible. But okay, what is that has to be work in a different backgrounds things. Okay, that will be application. Okay, that whatever you created, okay, material will be created or customer will be created, that will be stored in one layer, that is a database layer. All these three are work in a single server. Understand?
okay.
Okay, all these three server are work in a single server. Okay, so that is a R1. That is the first product which is released by SAP in 1972. Okay, so do you think that it's a it's working fine if three are working in a single server?
No.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So if your data is increasing, keep on increasing, so it may stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why they have introduced R2 in 1979. So R2 means a presentation layer will be working in a one server, another application and database layer working in a second server. Understand? Understand?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the R2 real-time architecture with the two different servers. Okay, one server will working with the presentation layer, second server will be working with the application and database layer. Understand? So that will be released in 1979 by SAP. Okay, so even that is also a not worthy or it's a not more advantageous. Okay, then they have released the third server is what real-time architecture with three different servers. Okay, three different servers means you will be having a three different server for three different layers. Okay, presentation will be different server, application will be different server, and database will be different server. So your work efficiency is increased or decreased?
Increased.
Okay, so that is what they're still working with that. And presently this is R3 will be introduced in 1992. Right now in 2015 they have introduced a SAP S4 HANA. Okay, that is working in a cloud. Okay, so I think for cloud you don't have a different servers. Okay, so that completely work on a cloud.
Oh,
Okay, so yeah, this is the history of SAP. Okay, so R3, R means what? Real-time data processing. Okay, so uh, this is about history of SAP will be from R1, R2, and R3. Okay, so I think what is R real-time? 3 means what? Three-tiered server.
I was.
Okay, three-tiered different servers means one a presentation layer will be working on one server, application will be working on one server, and database will be working on one server. Means three different layers will be having three different servers. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can see they divided into yeah, and in the SAP, okay, so yeah, as we mentioned in the first slide, we'll be having a different modules are there in any company. Okay, so different departments. All those different functional divisions or functional departments divided into your modules. Okay, so what are the those modules? That first module will start with a financial application. Okay, after that you'll get logistics and HR. Okay, so first is a finance. Okay, then we will come under logistics. Logistics, see, under logistics, you will be having a ST module, you will be having a MM module, you will be having a plant maintenance, you will be having a production planning. Okay, everything will be comes under logistics. Okay, then HR. Okay, HR is a human resource. Then it is added. Okay, so these three very important module are there in a SAP. Okay, first introduced SAP modules. Yeah, this is what makes SAP different. Okay, so report and analysis. Okay, and time, everything will be day by day. It's keep on increasing. Okay, so reports. See, I want the stock today. Okay, I have around. Okay, if you take a. Okay, if you take PepsiCo. Okay, you will be having around some 10 to 15 plants are there in India. Okay, how can you able to access all the plant stock present right now? Okay, you can't able to handle with a manually, right? So there is a
Yes.
separate reports. Okay, you can go with the different reports and you can run the T code means you'll get the different plant, and with the different plant you can also search, especially SKU wise. SKU wise means unit, the SKU means it's a standard, terminology. We'll call it as for material, especially. Okay, material unit. We'll call it as SKU. So with respect to different material, and you can search. Suppose this material, I have a this much stock in the Bangalore plant. Similarly, I can have a this much stock in a Chennai. So you can check different reports, and that is the material. And I wanted to check customer credit limit. Okay, so based on the customer credit limit, you can give a you can supply the material to customers. Okay, so if you set the customer credit limit is a 6 lakhs, if it reaches behind 6 lakhs, you can't supply material, right? So you have to handle those reports and those analysis with the SAP. Okay, it's very easy to handle those reports and analysis. Okay, so yeah, see accounting general ledger system. So accounting general, suppose you take a Bangalore plant. Okay, so Bangalore plant will be having a different ledger account. Okay, means everything cost analysis will be taken care by with that GL account. Similarly, we'll be having a different GL account for especially procuring a raw material. Okay, that GL account will be fetching only that raw material accounting statements. Okay, similarly, now my finished product, or similarly my transportation. Okay, so this you can fetch in a real time mode. Okay, see, this SAP is not a practical thing, it is a completely a real time. Okay, so that is the SAP. Again, see, if you keep on digging, see, to manage a different process like production, sales, and accounting. So as I already mentioned, production, okay, you can store. After the production, you have to store. You can handle the stock, then sales, then accounting. Okay, so these are the very important things you can makes a different from other is ERP softwares. So yeah, the same thing. Okay, sales and production. So you can see the when product can be delivered and scheduled by driven. Okay, yeah, these are the different SAP modules will keep on will touching. And before going to there, I have to explain you that what are the enhancements are happened in a SAP. Okay, enhancements are happened in SAP. Just a minute, I'll open my notepad. So first is your CCP start with R3. Okay, R3 means real time tier. Okay, 3 tier means you will be having 3 different servers for 3 different layers. It will start with a 3.0. Okay, 3.0 actually. So what is this 3.0? Okay, this is actually a ECC. What is this ECC? Any idea about ECC?
No.
Okay, ECC means you'll be having an enterprise. If spelling mistakes happen, please. Central component. Okay. Okay, ECC means enterprise single component. Okay, so start with the 3.0 ECC. Okay, presently your company is working on a ECC. Okay, ECC which version? You have to understand that first. Okay, your company is working on which version? Okay, so similar way 3.0 is started, and if we go, okay, 3.1 came. Okay, next similarly you'll be having a 4.0. Okay, see if you go on, you'll get to 5.0. Next you'll get 6.0. Okay, and right now you will be having a 7.70. What is this 7.70? Okay, so 6, you understand what 6 means. ECC, enterprise central component. What is this after 7.7? What is a 7? Okay, that we call it as a EHP. EHP means for every version they're going to release the enhancement packages. Okay, enhancement packages. So here 7 is the version, 7.70 is the enhancement package of 7. Okay, so this is presently they're using R3 version. Okay, ECC 7.70 means enhancement package 7. Okay, so this is right now enhancements, and after this your S4 HANA complete. Okay, S4 HANA working on 7.70. It won't work before 7.70 enhancements. Okay, your S4 HANA is working on this enhancement packages. Okay, so this is about the present situation. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let me go with application, SAP application modules. Okay, see application, before going to this application module, you must know the things very importantly. What are the different applications are there in a S4 HANA? What are the different application modules are there? Okay, now where see, if suppose if you're working in a production industry, you're going to raise a PR, you're going to raise a PO. PR means purchase requisition, PO means purchase order. Okay, so purchase order release will be happen at the manager level. Okay, higher level, and then release, purchase requisition release will also be happen in discussion within the manager level and everything. So we'll be having a see the basic art of data operation and should not be evident to higher level or manager users. See, this is again it is a different one. Okay, so we'll be having different, suppose if you're working in right now, you will be having a Fiori apps. Okay, Fiori apps to release the PO, to release the PR. Okay, and to check the payment method, payment transactions. Okay, we'll be having a Fiori app, that is enhancement versions. Okay, so next in the from manager point of view will be application modules. So application modules, first thing is logistics. See, these are the different application modules. Financial, supply chain management. If anybody working on production, you must heard about the supply chain management. What is the supply chain management?
It's the SC, like purchasing team, SCM team. There are
Only it's only
for the
purchasing.
no material procurement and also for the supplying of material to the they
So
will be planning
complete
on.
it's a production to sales and distribution. Okay, so and then after that you'll be having a controlling. See, financial accounting. If you raise the invoice, so first it will go for finance accounting. Okay, please remember, if you raise any invoice, first it will go to financial accounting. After that it will release to controlling. Okay, so after that you'll be having a material management, distribution, sales, and then what is the logistic execution? Okay, you understand material management and sales and distribution. What is the logistic execution?
Transportation related to.
Exactly. So related to transportations. Okay, so then production planning. Okay, and the quality management, plant maintenance, project system. See, nowadays I think you may be heard about the WBS element if you're working in a production department. Okay, so they're dealing with a budget. Okay, so that will be taken care by project systems. So project system is one of the very important module presently. Okay, So apart from material management and sales and distribution. Okay. Yeah. So this is the complete your architect of your R3. See, you can see these are the complete FI modules. Okay, and this is very important module in the in the production industry. If you are working on production and as well as sales, these two are very important. So SD and MM. Okay, and after that, these are sub departments will get project system, plant maintenance, and human resource. Okay, then financial and logistics will come later. But SD and MM, if you are working in production and as well as sales, these two are very, very important. Okay, anyway, FI will be there obviously. Okay, so next, see, these are the very important modules are there. If go any company, these four important modules will be there in a SAP, in the company. FICO, SD, MM, and PP. You go any company. Okay, I'm talking about only production. Okay, production and as well as sales. Okay, so this is it's just a small introduction about your SAP, different application modules. We'll go one by one. Okay, what is a finance? And what is a SD, what is a MM? Okay, everything we can go one by one. So this is just SAP. Okay, how it is grow and what is advantage and disadvantage and what are the different modules are there in SAP. Okay, so can I explain SD and MM both?
Yes.
Okay. I'll skip the FICO. SD. So what do you know about SD? What it takes is
The sales and distribution part of the like materials which we produce.
produced exactly. So see, if I'm working on SD means I require a material management, right?
Yes.
Okay, if I am working in a FICO, I require a material management.
Yeah.
If you're working in a PP, I require a material management. See, material management is a base for all other departments. Okay,
Hmm.
okay,
Okay.
means you require a material. Okay, so yeah, I'll come later. So SD, sales and distribution. So where it exactly used? See, if you are produced some product that has to be sell, okay, and distribute. Okay, so where it will come into a picture. See, if company will be 100 company will be having a production, definitely 100 company will be having a sales. Exactly right.
Yes.
Okay, so this controls this sales and distribution, having a complete control over the customer master, means how many customers are there. Okay, so the credit management of that customer. Okay, and the complete sales transaction of that customer. Okay, and then we'll discuss about the plans also in the sales and distribution. Okay, and we'll discuss about the sales organization. So what is this sales organization? See, you take a Asian Paints. Okay, so Asian Paints, I'll take example of Asian Paints. Okay, Asian Paints will be having a different geographical structure in India. Okay, geographical structure means if they're in a powder coating, industrial powder coating, they're selling powder coating towards the south. Okay, south. So they have made a one different sales arc. And similarly, they're selling liquid in in south geographical area. So they have made a different sales arc. Okay, so based on the sales organization, they will check complete complete profit and loss. Okay, so next sales conditions. So sales conditions means, see, if you are working, okay, they are selling some red oxide paints. So red oxide paints, if you take and red oxide and as well as enamel paints, you take any industry, definitely they'll go with a red oxide and enamel paints. Okay, means there are fast moving elements. Okay, fast moving products. So for those products, they have to set the conditions. Okay, so if you purchase the 1,000 liters, I'm giving you this much discount. If you purchase 10,000 liters, I'm giving you discounts. Okay, these discounts and as pricing, okay, we can set in the conditions, and not only pricing, not only taxes, okay, and we can set the discounts and as well as a freight cost. Okay, freight cost means you are purchasing the thing, means you are purchasing the thing, okay, that delivery has to taken care by Asian Paints, or delivery has to taken care by customer. Okay, so if it is taken care by Asian Paint, you have to charge the freight cost to the customer. Okay, those conditions you can set in this, in the SD module. Suppose, okay, you can check the offers like buy two get one free, okay, and buy three get one get three free. So these offers and these exclusion and inclusive conditions you can set in the sales and distribution module. Okay, this is just a little overview of sales and distribution. Okay, and see where one of the beautiful module as I felt is sales and distribution. Okay, I know MM is one of the important module, but see in MM you'll be having a lot of business scenarios. In SD there is a less business scenario, but if you understand those business scenario, play you can play around the SAP SD module. Okay, it's a one of the beautiful module in SD. And yeah, project system. Okay, here is a material management is missing. Okay, so material management, as you know, in a material management, it's a P2P cycle. And if it is come to a sales and distribution, it is a O2C. O2C means order to cash. Okay, if it come to a material management, it is a P2P. P2P means procure to pay. Okay, so after the what is a procure to pay? Procure to pay. Okay, we'll explain both O2C and procure to pay. Wait, I open. Okay, what is this P2P? P2P means, okay, suppose you have a requirement. Okay, you are the customer, you have a requirement. You'll go to some shop. Okay, you will ask the whatever your requirement you have, you just ask to the shopkeeper. Okay, so what you will say, that the shopkeeper will consider it as a source. Okay, so you are giving some order to him, so means it is a source. Okay, so and before that I'll explain what to see. To see means order to cash. The customer is coming and is giving a order. Okay, order. So after the order, what he has to search? He has to search the who is going to manufacture these things, whether it is available in my warehouse or not. Okay, so first he'll check the source. Okay, you know, then for that source, he will ask the okay, you'll based on the source, you'll select the vendor. Okay, suppose you take a Asian paint. The red oxide paints can manufacture many vendors. Okay, so based on the source, you will select the vendors. Okay, who can able to manufacture a red oxide with during different conditions and as well as terms and conditions. So first thing is you will select the source, determine the source. After that, you will select the vendor. Okay, once the vendor is selected, what you will do, you will raise a purchase requisition. So purchase requisition means inside the company. Okay, you'll discuss with manager. These are the vendors who can able to supply red oxide paints to us, and this is what the vendor is quoted price. Okay, and this is what the time he took to deliver to us. Okay, you'll discuss with inside the company. Okay, that is an internal document. Once the discussion is done, they'll raise a purchase order. Okay, purchase order to vendor, and before rising to purchase order to vendor, you will ask a quotation. Okay, you will take a quotation. Based on that, you'll raise a PO. Okay, so after the PO, after the purchase order, the vendor will supply the material to us. Okay, so based on the PO, based on the purchase order, we'll verify the material and we'll do a goods receipt. Okay, once the goods receipt is done, the vendor will send the invoice. Okay, and will verify the invoice and will do the payment. So that is a procure to pay. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, and then now what to see? So what to see means order to cash. Okay, the customer is given an order. Okay, so now I have to search the material. If the material is there, will supply to a customer. Okay, what we'll do? Okay, we'll create a order. Okay, we'll do a delivery. Okay, then we'll raise the billing. Okay, then with the invoice we'll supply the material to customer. That is the O2C. If material is not there, then we have to go with the P2P cycle. Understand? Understand?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the basic overview of sales and distribution and as well as module. Understand?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, any doubt?
No.
Okay, so this is about your basic information about regarding the SAP, AST and Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask.